Today we will learn about Git and GitHub. What is version control system tools? Why we need them? What are the key benefits of using version control system tools and software? This will be probably a tool that you guys will be using for the rest of your career. Okay, please listen up carefully, and when we do the practice, hands-on practice, please follow me and do it on your own. All right. We need to make sure that you guys install a couple softwares, and we need to make sure that we are every single one of us on the same page. Okay, so from now on, whatever we do, all the projects, we need this software, and it is Git and GitHub. Okay. Does anyone have any questions before we start?
Yeah, we just heard from the Mario that we will learn about the GitHub on Friday. So you just changed the schedule, or we will learn about this on Friday too again?
Well, it was supposed to be on Thursday. Okay, so I usually gave classes on Thursdays, but they switched it back to Wednesday. They asked me if I could give a class on Wednesday, so it's more convenient for me. So they also moved the concepts that I taught on Thursday to Wednesday. So I was supposed to teach Git and GitHub on Thursdays. So now today will be Git and GitHub. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Mario has a Flexbox on Friday, so cool.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, the schedule was changed. Yeah, I see it right here. Okay.
Yep, schedule is changed a little bit. Cool. Welcome back, guys. Let's get started. Let me share my screen. Let me pull this guy right over here. Cool. I hope you guys see my screen. So, version control system, okay? Let's take a look into in a real world scenario here. All right, so let's say we have a list of users. This is my list of users, students, okay? And it's a PDF file, all right? It doesn't matter with what kind of file it is. I keep all of my students in this file. Now, if I add a new student, right? If I add a new student, I actually deleted one student, but as an example, but if I add a new student, I added number 5, Suzanne May. Okay. Initially it was like this, version 1. And when I change my list, it becomes version 2, right? New student added. And in my version 3, I just realized that I don't need this student anymore. John Hopkins. Okay, I deleted that student, and my version 3 becomes like this. John Hopkins is gone. So this is how we keep the versions of files in a real world scenario, right? But now we have a cloud, and they keep track of all the history, right? And it's very easy to go back to old history rather than keeping all the files separately like this. Okay, so I just realized that I made a mistake, and I made a mistake deleting what? John Hopkins, and I would like to bring it back. So to do that, I have to go back to version 2, right? And then make this the final version. But it is really hard to keep these changes in separate files, right? Version 1, version 2, version 3, and the final version is back to version 2, okay? So if you take a look at right here, students version 1 in Google Docs, we have a thing called history right here. If you click it, initially I started from scratch. There's nothing in there. Okay, so if I say restore this version, there will be nothing in there. And then I started adding data. Right over here, I added initial data. And later on, I added, I don't think I changed some phone numbers, but in the later version, I added new user right here. All right, and then we don't have anything over here, but right here, I deleted John Hopkins, and this is the final version, and this is how Google Docs keeps track of every single change in this document. Okay, so I am the only one who is controlling this file, right? And no one has access to this file. Okay, so I can share this file with you guys, and then you can modify this folder and file. And every time you modify, it will keep track of who did modification and what kind of data changed in the history. Okay, so similarly, when we work on a project, for instance, agents website, you can work individually by yourself and keep the files in your local machine. But in the real world scenario, oftentimes we work as a team. When you join the company, there will be multiple projects. And let's say agency website is one of them. And different developers will collaborate to this website, to this project. Okay, they send their code. Oops. Right? They shared they sent whatever they what kind of code they wrote, and they share the code with the users, and the other developers will pull that code and continue working on the latest version. Okay, so in this real world scenario, there's a thing called version control system, and we use version control system to track the changes and to collaborate with the team in our company. Right? So let's take a look at what is version control. I'm going to share this file with you guys in Slack. If I can find my Slack. Interesting, I closed the Slack. Upload from your computer. Is it in downloads? Cool. The files are uploading right now. It's up to you. You can follow the PowerPoint presentation from that file or just right here. Okay. So what is version control? So version control, it is also known as revision control or source control system. It tracks changes in software development projects, right? And it allows users to collaborate and change the same files simultaneously. Version control system enables developers to work simultaneously on the same code. And it maintains a version history, just like you saw, guys, in Google Drive, right? It maintains a version history. It maintains a version history. So developers can revert back to a previous version if severe problems appear throughout the process. So let's say someone, developer 5, pushed a code into this agency website, but it is causing a trouble. Somehow the agency website stopped working, or we see some error in the UI. Okay, so we can track down where that error or which code is causing the problem. Okay, so if we are seeing as soon as this developer five uploaded their code into this website, and then if we started seeing that error, it means that we can go back to previous version and check. If the previous version is working fine, then it means that the code that developer 5 provided has some issues. And then we can track down the bug and try to fix that issue. Okay, so version control system allows us to go back to the history, right? I don't want to, I made a mistake and I deleted the John Hopkins. So if I would like to go back, right? And I can just do restore this version. Restore this version, restore it. Now, John Hopkins came back and I should be fine with my list. Okay, similarly, if something happened with the code and we see error, we can revert back to previous code that was working fine in this for this project. Okay, track project history. As you guys can see, let's move to the next slide. So to continue the version control system, version control system also alert users to errors and conflicts on code merges. Okay, so as soon as someone merges their code, this version control system will alert, give some errors. Maybe they say that, oh, this file has been changed or this file has a conflict. Okay, and then we have to go back and try to fix. So the version control system gives us the opportunity to resolve those kind of issues. And it keeps all of the code changes and branches in a single repository. Key benefits of version control software: it boosts productivity and development by facilitating simultaneous development collaboration. And it keeps track of project changes as development progresses with the version history, as we told already. And it keeps existing builds, existing versions protected while making changes to projects via different branches. Now, to the branches, we'll come a little bit later, but just keep in mind, there's two types of version control system tools in the market: distributed and centralized. Okay, next slide. Centralized. It has a single point of failure. Workstation 1, these are the developer 1, developer 2, developer 3, right? And we have a single repository, single point of a hosting place that keeps all the codes that belongs to the team. And if you like to, you get the working copy from this repository. And if this server goes down, all of these developers will lose the connection to the server. They will not get any update. In the distributed ones, this is what we will be going forward with. Okay, we will be using this type of version control system, distributed. So we have repository, main server, and we have local. This local means in our computers. This belongs to developer 1, developer 2, and developer 3. This is the main repository, and we get the copy of the main repository and keep it in our computers. And then we can make changes to this repository, and when the time comes, we can push the changes to the main repository. Only the other developers can get the copies from the main repository only. They don't have connection to your local repository. You're the only one who can connect to your local repository. The other developers will reach out to the main repository and get the code changes from that repository. Why do we need version control system and benefits of, we mentioned already, right? It boosted productivity and development, and it helps us to, gives us the opportunity to resolve conflict issues in our projects. Rollback and undo changes to source code, we mentioned already. If you made change or some sort of a problem occurred during the current version, we can go back to the old or previous version and try to fix the problem that caused the current version. Offsite source code backup, that's one of the benefits too. We can keep 2 copies in primary data storage and backup repository A, backup repository B. If something happens with the primary data, we will have additional backup repositories that we can reach and continue working on our projects. Other benefits include team communication, extended third-party integrations, etc. We don't need to worry about those. There's different types of version control system tools. If I can show you guys right here, types of version control. There's a lot of version control tools out there. Okay, and Azure and AWS Code Commit are the most used, and number 3 is the Git. A lot of people use Git, and this is what we are going to install, and this is what we are going to use in our projects from now on. So a little bit the history about Git and GitHub. What is Git? Version control system. It was created by Linus Torvalds in 2005 to develop Linux kernel. And currently it is maintained by Junior Hamano. He's a Japanese software engineer, the one on the right side. And Git tracks code changes, and it tracks who made those changes. And helps with the coding collaboration. Features of Git: open source, scalable, distributed, security, speed, branching and merging, data assurance, staging area, maintain the clean history. It helps us to save time. We can work offline, and we can revert back our to the previous changes, and we can track the changes with Git. Why Git? Over 96.65% of developers use Git. So it's a trendy version control system. We can work together from anywhere in the world, right? And we can see the full history of the project and revert to early versions of project and impress recruiters. This is also a very important point right here. So now, I'm not sure if you guys have created or sign up to the GitHub, but please do so. Sign up to GitHub. And when you do sign up to GitHub and push your projects into your GitHub account, it will show your overview if you have been working on your project or not. GitHub. Let me go back to, was it a profile? Yeah, right here. Some recruiters might look at your profile and say, oh, okay, you've been committing a lot of changes. You've been working on your projects a lot, right? And this might tell them that you've been working on your projects constantly or frequently. Okay. I don't have anything in 2019. Start working on a project right around this time period. But yeah, you can impress by that data your recruiters. So now, GitHub. Git is not a GitHub, right? GitHub is a Git repository hosting service. It's a website, it's a cloud that we keep all of our projects. Right? This is the website. GitHub is the website that stores all of our projects. For instance, if I click repositories, all of these are my projects, and I can access to these projects by clicking it, and I can also clone these projects to my local machine. Okay, so Git is a software. GitHub is a hosting website. Is a hosting website for Git repositories. Is a remote repository platform hosted on the web internet, makes tools that use Git, largest host of source code in the world. And it is owned by Microsoft since 2018. All right, so it's a practice time. Let's see if we have Git installed in our computers. Let me open up my terminal. Oh, I cannot bring this terminal over here.
Azamat,
Yes.
yeah, you already moved to GitHub. So will we have like examples with the Git? Because I'm not really buying how can we use the Git in our projects. I really can't imagine. Uh, yeah, I didn't get the system, the Git system.
So, so you understand the GitHub, right? GitHub, where we
Yeah,
store.
GitHub, yeah, it's just platform to saving our projects in
Yes.
cloud.
So the Git,
Git, yeah, how to use the Git in projects.
so we need to install the Git first. Okay, we need to
Yeah.
install Git first, and then we will go to try to run some Git commands right after that. Okay, so we'll try to create a folder, and we will convert that folder into a Git repository, and we'll try to connect our local Git repository to our website, to our repo remotely.
Yeah, if we will learn about this, okay, it's fine. I just thought that we're done with the Git.
No,
But
no,
you,
no, we're not done.
yeah,
No, we're not done yet.
I
No,
just
no, no.
really didn't understand the Git, how to use the Git. Okay, I see
Yes,
we learned it.
yeah,
Okay.
we have the Git commands that we're gonna do in the next slides. Okay, so first, please, every single one of you, check if you have Git installed in your computer. You can go to terminal, or you can just open up a VS Code. File. Take demo.
So we need to install in the computer or have to just use it in browser?
You guys need to download it to your computer.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I open up my VS Code. It's the exact same thing as my terminal. All right, if you do a command space, you will open up your terminal, type terminal. That's the exact same thing. Okay, and this is my terminal right here. Just open up the VS Code, and you can also do where was that? Is that the view? No, terminal, and click new terminal. Okay, we can right over here, we can say git dash dash version, git dash dash version. And I do have git version 2.39.3 installed on my computer. If you don't have it, if you don't see anything, please, for Mac users, install git on Mac, download for Mac OS, and follow the steps to install on your Mac computer. I'm sharing it in the Zoom chat. Just go with default configuration when you are installing Git. But
Sometimes you gotta change the variable global variables in your computer. So to use the
yes,
Git in a terminal, right?
yes, exactly. We're coming there. We'll do it in the next slide. Okay.
So it's not gonna work like after you install it.
No. Just install it, and we will configure it based on our username and based on our GitHub username. Okay. Just install it. Reinstall Git. For Windows users, you can download it from this website. Please check the Zoom chat. I put both links in there, and this is for Windows users. I also recommend to download Git Bash for Windows users. Okay, Git Bash. It's a bash emulation used to run Git from the command line. Should feel right at home, as the bash emulation behaves just like the Git command in Linux and Unix environments.
Sorry, is it similar as terminal?
Git Bash is similar to terminal, yes.
Okay.
It is similar to terminal. But sometimes on Windows, right? If you don't install Git Bash on Windows, and there are some commands that you cannot run in Windows in PowerShell. Okay, that's why it is recommended. I recommend to install Git Bash for Windows users too. Okay. Please let me know if you are seeing any issues with your Git installation. It is very important. It's actually prerequisite for us at this point. Once you install Git and once you run this command, git -- version, if you are seeing this, you should be good to go.
How to open the terminal in Mac?
Command space and write the terminal.
Okay, let me just try. Oh. Okay. It should be like in your computer. I just can see the small window. The
Can you say that again?
I mean, I pressed command space. I can see the small window, but it's not like in your computer, like on in the bottom of the code.
No, yeah, this one I opened the VS Code.
Yeah, me
You-
too.
Yeah, you can open VS Code, and then
Uh-huh.
here click terminal, terminal.
Okay, thanks.
Or you can just click Control backtick to open up the terminal.
I am having here issue. It says enter the display the license.
Can you share your screen, please?
Sure. Just a moment.
Azamat, just a
Yeah.
question. Yeah, sorry, but I can't figure out how to download. He's offering me to download the Homebrew Mac parts and a few options. So do I need to just download this like Homebrew and or just I have to just copy this code and put in VS Code somewhere?
Can you share your screen? I
Okay.
don't.
Yeah. So yeah, just right here by your link. I'm here right here.
Yeah, so
Choose
Uh,
one of the following options.
yep, if you have a Brew installed in your MacBook, you can just run brew install git. If you don't have brew installed, then you have to go through this process right here. Homebrew first. Or what let's say for Mac ports, install Mac ports. If you don't already have it, then
So where can I do? Just here, download and what?
I have never tried this one.
I mean, okay, the first one is better, right?
Yeah, I tried the first one, yes.
Okay, and I mean, I just have to copy this code or what?
Yep, exactly. Just copy click the right side. You see that? Yep.
And
And it says paste that in the macOS terminal or Linux shell prompt. The script explains. Yeah.
mhm. Just here, like, okay, like this,
Yep, it's asking for your password.
the computer password.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Jeez. Oh, moment.
Yeah, you wouldn't see the password. You just click keep typing it. It's not
Okay.
gonna be the password.
And enter, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You also
Wait.
have to say as your password.
Press the return enter to continue. Okay, enter.
And yep, click enter.
Ah, just press. Okay, okay, sorry, yeah. Sorry. In progress, okay. Finding rows.
Yeah, initially it'll take
Okay,
little bit.
yeah, I'll just wait. Thank you, Azamat. Thanks.
Sure.
I'll stop.
Wait, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Can I share my screen?
Yes.
Can you see my screen right now?
Yep, we can see it. Get the dash dash version. You have not agreed to Xcode and Apple SDK's license. You must agree to the license below in order to use Xcode. Press enter to display the license. Okay, you pressed enter. If you go scroll all the way down. Um, all right, can you type that command? Sudo Xcode build dash license. The one on the right side. Yeah. And then it will ask you to type your password.
Okay. Okay. I'll try that now.
Okay. Cool. How about others? What are you guys doing? Everything is good?
No, not yet. I'm trying the command git and is not coming out on my VS Code.
You have Windows?
Yes, I do.
Did you install Git from the link that I sent?
No, I just Googled.
Oh yeah, that's fine too. I mean,
Yeah.
so you Googled it. Did you install it?
Yes, I did install, but it's not coming out.
Okay,
This-
can you close your VS Code and then open it back?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't recognize, and then when you refresh your VS Code, it will pick up the latest changes.
Mm-hmm. To terminal. Oh, yeah, it worked. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah. Do you guys need some time to install
Yes.
or cool? Take your time.
Sorry, can you check mine too?
Yes. Let me
Okay.
stop sharing. Good. You see that the three dots on the right? Oh, that's fine. This is fine too. Yes.
So it's already been installed, right?
You can check git dash dash version.
But
Space. There's a space in between. Version will be stick to the dash dash. Enter. Cool. You're good to go.
okay, thank you.
All right.
Sorry. Hello?
Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, so I think it's not like letting me type. So when I press, can I share my screen right now?
Yes, go ahead.
Sharing my screen. Are you guys able to see my screen right now?
Yes.
So I'm here again. Build. Yes. And then I cannot type it. Like it's not letting me type.
No. It's typing. Don't worry about it. It's typing. It's not showing it to you right now.
Oh.
You need to type it and then click enter. Yeah, you need to type the right password and enter.
You haven't agreed. It's
Yep.
just.
By typing agree. Yep, agree. You can review the license in Xcode about when. Yep, you should be good to go now. Let's see.
Oh, I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
It's good. Okay, thank you.
Sure. Yeah, that's what the Mac does, you know. It's just it's not gonna show you any stars for entering the password or anything. It's just stays there.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. Like I'm typing and then I don't see anything. That's why I stopped sharing earlier because I was thinking
Okay.
you guys gotta see my password. Okay, thank you.
I understand. Sure.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
So like there are a bunch of lines. Does it mean that it's already installed? Because I like followed all the instructions.
Bunch of
And
clients.
yeah, a bunch of codes and lines. I think it's still downloading, but like, how do I know when it's finished? Because it's really interesting stuff.
It should say at the end like Git is installed, and then you can test the Git.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Azamat, so in my Mac, the downloading still in the process. Nothing happened after that.
Is it still downloading the with installing with the Brio?
Yeah. Already like 5 minutes past that. So I just had to like put the link and provide my password, and so I'm just waiting, but nothing is here. And okay. No.
What does that say?
Okay, just a second. I'm here. So that's all of what. It's a
Download command line. Okay, so installing command line tools. So I think it's downloaded the command line tools. Now it's installing it. We might have to wait a little bit more.
okay.
So it took a while to download the command line tools for Xcode. Now it's installing it. Not sure how long does it take to install it.
I mean, just the advocate is already installed. I thought something wrong with my computer. Maybe I'll just. Okay.
No, I don't think it's about the computer now. He should be fine.
Mine is doing the same thing, so I guess it just needs time.
Azamat, it appears I already have Git on my
Yes.
computer, and after typing in the password, I'm getting an error. Xcode select error tool. Xcode build requires Xcode, but active developer directory is a command line tools instance.
Can you share your screen, please?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm getting this error here.
Active command line tools is the command line tools instance. Oh, you need to type sudo xcode build space dash license together.
Oh, right here. Okay. See.
Just use the arrow keys on your keyboard just to see the previous commands. Use arrow up. Yep, and then make sure that license. Yep. Let's see. Enter. No.
Oh,
Xcode build.
okay.
Yep,
Okay.
like that.
Mhm.
Xcode build requires Xcode. Yeah, give me 1 second, Oksana. We'll get to that point, okay? Do you have Windows or Mac? Let's see. Xcode select error 2. Reinstall. Apple ships a binary package of Git with Xcode. So try to download this from Apple. It's so weird, just Apple users need to do additional stuff to download Git, install Git.
Yeah, I think she needs to install
Okay.
this Xcode first. Yep.
I'll try to download it and run the command again. Yep.
Yeah, the download the Xcode 15. That's the latest version. Yeah, Mac users, please download Xcode 15. Just the 15, not the beta. Ready set code. Stay organized.
I'm sorry, can I share my screen because I'm quite confused. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. So like I'm quite confused about that part. It asked me to like run those next steps, which I did, and then it brought me here, and I'm not sure what should I do.
This is okay, so yeah,
Like,
next, yeah, cool, it's finished, right? So can you pull up your terminal up a little bit? Yeah, right there. Just pull it up. Yep. So Next steps. Run these two commands in your terminal to add homebrew to your pad. Did you run that?
I did, and that's
Echo eval.
standing.
And then run brew help to get started. Can you run? Oh, why? Okay, so you need to do can you do Control C?
Command C?
Control C, no,
Oh,
Control
my
C.
bad. Okay.
Yeah. HTML, CSS. Cool. Can you do a git dash dash version now? Oh, you installed the homebrew, right?
Yeah, I did. I installed one.
Okay, this is homebrew. Okay, so now we can do a brew install.
Okay. Do I just type it in?
Yeah, just type it in. Brew install git. Brew space install space git.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, that's quite confusing. I'm sorry. Do install.
Git.
Okay, thank you. It should it work now? Oh, cool. Okay.
Okay. Right.
Do
So no, it's still continuing right now. Installing git. You see that?
okay.
So it should be good now. Yeah. So try to run git dash dash version.
Do I type in the same thing?
Oh yeah, not slash dash dash dash.
Oh, my bad.
As a git space dash dash.
Okay, give me a second. Do I
Yeah.
do
Git dash dash.
version?
Space.
Space after git.
Okay.
Enter. Yep, you're good to go.
Okay, cool. It's installed, right?
It is installed.
Thank you. That was really stressful. Thank you.
Sure, yeah. Victor, you're done?
Yeah, I installed already. Thank you very much, Azamat. So you said us to install the Xcode 15. Is it just something additional or just is
That is additional stuff for Mac users.
okay? It's like by the same way with using code or just application? Then is it?
So
Yeah, it's just in App Store. Okay. It's in App Store, right? Or
No, you have it on the link on the chat, but
really?
it's the last link.
yes,
And
Thank you.
yeah, you need to
I
install
see.
the version 15.
So where is the code? Okay.
you see the download the link on the top.
Yeah, I pressed and the I pressed after pressing, just the app store like came. Be
It should download to your computer. Check your downloads or
yeah. Okay, just a second. I'm sorry. It still will have. Okay, I have the link. Sorry, I have a link. I press it download. Right?
Xcode 15, the
Yeah.
one below it. Click that.
So yeah, I can, and I have this one.
Yes, get it.
Get.
Yeah, I just asked about this. Yeah. Okay.
Developer tools.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just really bad in this. Okay. So I just need to download, right?
Yeah,
Nothing.
you need to download. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Don't log out. You need to download using your Apple ID and password. All right, cool. So I think we're good to go. What do you guys think?
Azamat, hello. I don't understand
Oh,
how
yeah,
to
Go ahead.
download.
Can you share your screen, please? Okay. Let's type git dash dash version first.
You can't write.
It's not letting you write.
Yes.
Can you close the VS Code and open it up again? And click Control, or just go all the way up. You see terminal on your window. Yep, terminal and new terminal, and type
Okay. What I must type?
git dash dash version. Yeah, git dash dash version, or just you can type git space dash v. That's for short for version. So
If
small.
it's okay, if you вы сами можете делать.
Sure. Let's see.
Izada, it's in the chat. Yeah, Oksana, it's in the chat.
Yeah, you can also look into the chat. About the small letters, git space dash v. Am I able to type now? Oh, cool. Yeah, so right here, git dash v. No developer tools were found. Requesting install. If developer tools are located in a non-default location on disk, use sudo xcode, select switch pad, etc. Yeah, you need to download that xcode. So go into the link that we sent in the Zoom chat.
Upstairs.
Yeah. Can you do that? Is it in the, I cannot see the Zoom. So Oksana, if you go to the Zoom chat and then click the link. Oh, wait, did you see that the screen on the right side right here? Yeah, the git command requires command and install it, yeah. All right, agree. Continue on battery power. Should be fine. Ooh. Okay, 3 minutes is better than 40 minutes. All right, much faster. Oh no, it went back to 4 minutes.
Azamat. So the Xcode is like the platform as a VS Code just for coding.
No, no. When we download Git to Mac OS, I think Apple ships the binary package of Git with Xcode. So Xcode is required to install the Git. That's what it says in the website.
Okay, thanks.
But apparently it's very easy to install it in Windows.
Azamat, just to clarify, those with Windows do not need Xcode, right?
Oh, no, no. Xcode is only for Mac OS users.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's difficult because it's similar to Linux.
It's difficult because it's similar to Linux.
Yeah,
Yeah,
macOS.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's Unix-based operating system. For
You have
Windows,
to do some magic with the terminal and that stuff.
right. You need to update your Z profile and put some direct to your home pad, etc. For Windows
Yeah.
users, please, I hope you guys downloaded the Git patch too. It is recommended. The software was installed. Cool. So I was gonna close the VS Code. Quit. Let's see again. History stored. Yep, here we go. We're good to go.
Yes, Azamat, after this, can you check my one too?
Yep, absolutely. Cool. Aksan, we can stop.
It's working, yeah?
It's
Thank you.
working fine. Yep, cool. Thank you. Who was that? You can share your screen.
It's me, Jodar.
Oh, Jodar.
I will share. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Yeah, go ahead right here. Just type git dash v. Jodar, can you just write the git dash v? Yeah, just write it. Git dash v. You don't have to copy, just write it. Don't copy anything, just write the git space dash v. Git space dash v. No, don't paste anything. Just let's do this.
I cannot write it. I don't know why.
It's all right. It's all right. Can you allow me to remote control?
Mhm.
All right, cool. So right over here, we'll just type space dash v.
Mm.
Git version. Yep, you should be good to go. It is
Okay.
installed. And then,
Okay.
in order to clear this terminal, guys, in order to clear, there's lots of things right here, right? You can either type a clear command and then click enter, or you can click Control plus L. Control plus L. Okay? You can either type clear command or Control L should clear your terminal. Cool?
Thank you.
Welcome.
Azamat, how can I install Git Bash from VS Code?
You share your screen? Let's take a look. Git Bash for Windows.
So is there anything I can type it in here?
I think it comes with you download it from gitforwindows.org, right?
Yes,
And
it gave me like a choice to select Git Bash. I think I didn't select it.
You didn't select it?
I'm not sure.
So
Is it possible to check it?
yes, of course. In the search bar, we can just do a Git Bash app. So, oh yeah, cool. It looks like it installed.
Was it? Ah,
So we click this one right here. Why? Oh, it's opening you have another screen? I think it's opening another screen.
yes.
Yeah, can you bring it over here? Yeah,
Mhm.
cool. So this is, oops. If I can bring it over here. This is it. So right here, you can type git -v.
Mhm.
Yep, you should be good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Anyone else? Are we good, guys? Shall we continue? But all right, cool. Let's take a 10 minutes break. I will be in the Zoom room in the meantime. If anyone have any issues installing it, okay? After 10 minutes, we'll jump into where we left off.
Azamat.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, will we use Xcode in this class because it's the size of this application is 4 gigabytes. Yeah.
It says 4 gigabytes, really?
Yeah, 3.4. Almost 40. So it's still downloading. So will we use it in this class?
No. So as I was saying, I think it's a prerequisite to install the Git.
Okay.
Sure. Let's type like installing Git in Mac OS without Xcode. The easiest way to install Git on Mac is via the standalone installer. Download the latest Git for Mac installer. Okay, install Git on Mac without Xcode. Everybody was complaining that they see some error. So I'm looking at this guy right here. It's in the Zoom chat.
That is actually not so big a problem. It will download in like in 15 minutes, I guess. I just or 20.
Yeah. Am I sharing right now? Oh, I am sharing. Okay. So install Git on Mac without Xcode. I've been using Windows for getting this error. Yeah, active developer pad. Reinstall Git. Is there a way to install Git without having Xcode? Ooh. Maybe it says abandoned, so it's not valid anymore. Yeah, try to install from here though. Git OS X installer. Note that this is a plain copy of previous answer of mine. Is not me. We're good with installing Git on all versions, right? On all computers. So you guys able to run this. Let me see if I can bring my VS Code down here and try to combine these into same screen. Cool. Are you guys able to see this side of the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, let me move a little bit. So we did Git version. Now we need to configure additional stuff to be able to use a Git. Okay, I want you guys to run this command. Git config dash global, right? You can either do -g for short or dash global and user that name and put your own name. For instance, Azamat Gapro. The same thing with your email. Put your own email address. These are the two things that we need to run. And preferably, yes, go ahead.
Can I use Git bash for this?
Yes, of course, definitely.
Yes, thank you.
Yep. Right, your own.
Both or just one of the two options, name or email?
So you guys need to run both commands. So first user.name and then user.email. And preferably this email is the email that you signed up to GitHub. Once you do that, we can do git config dash list, right? And then we can add a pipe, additional searching for grep user.
Azamat, can you ask you in Russian?
Yes, go ahead.
So, после первой строчки username ввели имя, нужно нажать Enter, чтобы ввести следующий email или что-то другое, потому что я нажал Enter, и там очень длинный код сразу появился. Как вы написали вот вторую строчку после первой сразу внизу?
После первой сразу внизу.
Да, у меня нажимаю, ну я написал первую, потом нажал Enter, и длинный код. У вас, ну как вы со следующей строки начали писать? Что вы нажали, чтобы следующую строчку писать?
I click the Control C. Control C will ignore the command. Okay, if you type git-v, if you don't want to invoke this command, if you don't want to click enter, you just do Control C. It will ignore the command.
Yeah, that was my question. Thank you. Control C.
Azamat, at the last command, I keep getting an error.
Can you just do a git config -- list? Please share your screen right away. Let's keep on going, guys. I think it is normal to lose some time to install some software on your computer. I think Xcode just messed up with our time. Yeah, so this is the problem. So you said that you installed the Git bash, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, I think we checked that. Yeah. So it's not prep, it's grep. You wrote the command wrong.
Oh, was it grep? Okay.
Yes.
Let me try again.
You can use arrow keys up and down.
Yeah.
And then go back to the previous command that you ran. Yep. Just arrow keys on your keyboard. Go up. Yep.
Okay.
And then change to grep, not prep. Use the arrow key now. Use the arrow. No, you need to use the arrow key.
Okay, I see. Oops. Grep.
Yep. Enter. Yeah, grep is not recognized. So it is. See, this is the problem that I told you guys to install the Git bash. So you see that the plus sign on the right side, right next to the PowerShell.
This one?
On the right side. On the right side. Yep. Yep. Click the drop down. No. Click the drop down on the right side. Yep. So now,
Git bash.
Select default profile. Select default profile.
Okay.
And then click Git bash, the second one. Yep. And then close this PowerShell. Close it. Yeah,
okay.
You can close both of them. Yeah, you can close both. Yeah. Yep. And then click terminal again. New terminal. See, now it's opening in the bash. So this is opening in Git bash. So now you can type that command. Git config -- list space -- list together. List is together with -- Yep. Yep. And then use the pipe. Like, yep. And then grep user.
Grep user.
Yep. Enter. Yep. You should be good to go.
Thank you.
All right. Cool. So change your default to open up your terminal, everybody. And then next time you open a terminal, it will open up in Git bash. But for Mac users, it will be always Z shell. So you don't have to worry about that.
Am I all set at this point then?
Yep. You should be good to go.
Thank you.
All right.
Azamat, sorry. How can we correct the first link? Because I read there a little bit wrong and I can't type there. In name, in first git config global username.
Okay, so can you share your screen? Let me stop sharing now.
Azamat, can you just send us the comments that we had to invoke? Because someone always sharing the screen.
The commands are in the files that I shared in Slack.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. So what happened here?
Here I forgot the dots. Because of that, I think here
No,
is
you
not.
you should be good to go. Just use the arrow up on your keyboard. Click arrow up. Yep, and then no, go down, go down, go down, go all the way down, down. One more down.
And down it means.
Right here. Yep, right here. Now use your left arrow and put the user dot name. Left arrow, left arrow. You need to go with your left arrow in your keyboard. Yep, go all the way to the end and then delete. Yep, right there. You just put the dot. And then you need to do config, not the config. It's there's a typo in config too. Yep, config. Yep, delete that n. No, delete that n. Put yep, n, and then space after the config. Yep, enter. Click enter. Yep, you should be good to go now. So git config dash global user dot email. Put your email. Use up arrow key only one time. Yep, and then you can delete your name and user dot email.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Yeah, the commands are in the files that I shared to you guys.
Yeah. Could you please help me? I have some problems.
Go ahead, please share your screen.
Um, how to do it?
Click the share screen.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So I have already made it.
Git config dash global user dot name. Warning, username was multiple values.
I have already made it before. That's why, or
You did it before. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay. You can do git config dash global.
Yep.
Config dash global space dash edit dash edit or dash e. Yeah, no, only one dash e, letter e. Yep, e, not I. E. Yep, enter. And waiting for your editor to close the file. Open it. Do you want to allow untrusted files in this workspace? Yeah, open it. Yeah, click open. Ooh, how many people in here?
I don't have any idea. It when I was learning, it was difficult to do it. That's why I think.
I see what you're saying. So
Can we change?
yes, absolutely. Give me 1 second. So it's global. So you should have only under the user, right? 1 second. So under user, you should have name and email, only one. So which one is the correct name for you?
This one, but
You
there is
can
no.
that's fine. You can change that one. So you can add click I in your computer on your keyboard. Click I. No, on the file. Just click on the file right here and click I.
I?
Yes, letter I. Yep, click I. Yeah, okay. So now you can put your name here. So Zarina Orozalieva. And then you can delete the remaining ones. Yep. One Zarina.
Email.
Yep, that's the email, right?
No.
You can yeah. Cool. That should be it. You can delete the last one too in line 8 and 9.
So,
Oh, no, 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 not all of them. Line 8 and 9. 8 and 9.
wait.
Mm-hmm. So now save it.
How to save it?
Uh, let's do this one. Cool. Looks like you did save it. So you just save it and then we just exit it. So now if I type git config -- list and if I go down, username Zarina Rozalieva, user email should be good.
Yep.
You're good to go.
Thank you.
Yeah, looks like this is your, it says master, so this is your Git repository. Oh wow. All right, cool. We can continue now.
Thank you.
Anyone else? We're good?
Azamat, no. What if the grep doesn't work? What should we do?
You're seeing an error?
Yeah, right.
Can you share it?
Yeah, right. Okay, I did it.
Yeah, that was the exact same thing. Did you install the GitHub, Git bash?
Give me a sec.
Click right here. Can you see that the
Yeah,
plus button on the right side? Next to
yeah, I installed it already.
yeah, it looks good. Yes. You see that plus button on the right side? Can you,
Which on the right?
yes,
Here.
just close this one. Yep. And no. Plus button. There's a drop down menu on the right side, right next to it.
Right side.
Right side of the plus button. Drop
Here.
down. Yep. Click it. Now click configure. No, wait. Select default profile.
Select default profile.
And then click Git bash, the second one. Click the second one.
That thing is really annoys me. Where was it?
Select default profile.
Select
All the way
default.
down. Yep, right there.
Okay.
And then click
Second one.
Yep, second one. Click it. So now it's doing right now its thing. So if you click a plus now, if you click plus again, it will
Okay.
open up the git bash. So you can try the grep now. So git config -- list
Git
config -- list
config -- list
Mhm.
pipe
grep user.
grep user.
Yep,
Okay, thank you.
cool. Anyone else? We're good?
Yeah, again, the problem.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, it's right here. I think everything is correct. Name, email, and the last one is correct, right?
Yeah, yeah, I thought that dash G would work fine, but try with git config -- global instead of -G.
Where is it? Just
Yeah.
okay.
Yep,
Type the
user up arrow. Sorry, user up arrow, and then user up arrow on your
I don't know what I had to do again.
just
Check.
use your up arrow keyboard on your keyboard. No, the up arrow keyboard.
Okay. You mean this?
No. Just click the terminal right here. Just click the terminal.
Okay, click.
No, down, all the way down. Yep, right there. So now use up arrow on your keyboard.
Just keep, sorry, yeah.
Yes, and then find
Okay.
and then change the -G to -- global.
Okay, you just showed it. Okay. Well, okay.
Well, just delete that G. Yep.
Yeah.
Enter.
Enter.
Yep. Same thing with the email.
Okay, it's just
Mm-hmm.
where's the email?
I think you went too much up. If you
This is well, this first one. Here should be email, but not. Okay, let me just change here just to email.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
User.email.
Okay. You said the email what was linked to GitHub?
Yes. Yep.
Oops. And the last one,
Yep. Enter.
enter. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
And then try to find the git config dash dash list grep. Yep. This one.
Oops.
Oh,
Yes, my bad. Yeah, I see.
yep. Go ahead. Click enter.
Okay.
Yep. You're good to go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. Anyone else?
Please, can you help me, please?
Yes. Go
It's
ahead.
a little bit mixed up.
Zarina, are you good to go? Warning user that email has multiple. Oh, okay. We did already. Yes. Okay. What's going on here? Yeah, so username is fine, yes, but in the email you typed wrong.
I
Go
choose
back.
the first one, right?
Yeah, the PowerShell. Go back. So now git config dash dash global user.email space within the quotes. Within the quotes, you need to type your email. This you use your arrow up keyboard. Arrow up keyboard. Yep, and then just after email, there is a space. Use your left arrow. Space and put the quotes. Oh, there is no colon. There's no colon after email. Delete that colon. Yep, space and then put the quote. Double quotes or single quote.
Yeah.
The quote.
Forgot what's it called.
Кавычки.
It should be right next to return, the enter keyboard. Yep, and then close that on the right side. You need to use yep. Yep, enter. Yeah, cool. So now go back to bash. Yep. So this is the same thing. So use your arrow up. Yep, enter. Cool, you're good to go.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you.
Sure.
Azamat, what did we get with this code?
What?
What did we get with this?
We are getting that when you commit your code and then when you push your code to your GitHub repository, your configuration in your local machine, it says that, okay, I am the user who is trying to make changes in the remote repository, and it will authenticate.
It's for GitHub. Okay.
Yes, to the GitHub. Yep. You should definitely have username and user email configured in the local machine so that you can push your changes. Oh boy. Cool. So we are good here. We did this one here. All right, cool. So now to the cool part, okay? We need to initialize a Git repository first. As you guys remember right here, right? This Git, let's say this agency website. I do have agency website. And this is my files, index.html. And let's say I do have a style .css. Okay, style.css. And then I can just link with each other, style.css. Page 1, agency, website. This is in my computer right now, okay? And this is not a Git repository. It is just sitting up there in my on my computer under Git GitHub app folder. How can we convert this folder into a Git repository? And then how can we connect this folder into GitHub right over here to a project? Okay. So in order to do that, we need to make sure we need to convert this regular folder into a Git repository. The second file right here. Okay, so the other file that I had, how do I check whether the current folder, this folder right here, how do I check GitHub application is Git repository? How do I check that? We need the type of Git status. Please, everybody type Git status here. And you should see fatal, not a Git repository. It's not a Git repository yet. Okay, so version control system cannot track any changes in this file yet. It's not tracking any changes. It's not keeping the history for this folder yet, because we did not convert this folder into a Git repository. We need to convert a folder into a Git repository so that our version control system, which is Git, will track all the changes. All the changes meaning whatever you file you add next to these files, whatever images, whatever folders you add into this under this folder, and whatever changes you make into this index.html or style.css, the Git will track those down. But at the current moment, since this repository is not a Git repository, it cannot track those history. In order to convert this repository into a Git repository, we need to run git init command. Okay, we need to run git init command. Don't worry about this right now. So here's the warning, guys. Do not run git init command everywhere you see. Do not run git init command. You can run git init command only to the new folders that you created as a project. Okay, let me change this project name to agency website. Okay, so since this project is related to my agency website, I will change this name to agency website. CD agency website. File, open. Okay, I just changed the name. That's it, the folder name. You might have other folders too for different projects. All right. Do not run git init in your home directory. Right here, this is my home directory, users agaparkg, because if you run git init, you will convert this home directory into a Git repository, and it will cover every single thing that comes inside your home directory, which is what? You have desktop, you have downloads, you have documents, every single file folder. You have thousands of files and folders that Git will track, which is not good. We need to run this git init command only inside specific projects that we create.
Could we cancel it if we do it by mistake?
Yes, that's a good question. Thank you so much. So in order to cancel it, the only thing you need to do is run lsla. All right, it will show this will show the hidden files too. Most of the time, the hidden files are files start with a dot in the beginning. Okay, so if I do ls, I have 2 files only, right? In this under this folder, 2 files. If I create a file named file 1 with a dot in front of it, this means this is a hidden file. And if I do ls, I will not be able to see that the file 1. In order to see the file, I should do ls-a, show all the files. Okay, and it is showing all the files. Right? So when you run git init command, the git will create under the hood, it will create a file called .git. It will create a file called .git. This is how it will track the changes under this repository, under this folder. Okay. So the only thing you need to do is remove this .git from that folder. And as soon as you remove it, this agency website will become like a unrepository. Okay, like it will not be repository, GitHub repository anymore. It will just be a regular folder. Okay, this is right now is the regular folder. In order to take out this folder from being a Git repository, you just need to do remove f.git. Since it's not a Git repository, we will do it a little bit later. But just like this, we can delete this file 1, hidden file. Okay, hidden file is gone. If I do ls, it's not showing any hidden files. If I do ls a, it is showing hidden files too. But since we deleted, file 1 is gone. All right. So pay attention right here, right over here, source control. You guys see right here, source control. You can either click initialize repository, this button right here. When you click it, it will make sure that this agency website folder becomes a GitHub Git repository. Okay, so or you can type the command called git init. Everybody type git init under this agency website. Okay, you can create this folder anywhere you want. Git init, and now it says initialize it empty git repository. And as you guys can see, it created .git under this folder. So if I say ls, I'm not be able to see the .git, okay? But if I say git ls-a, it will show all the files, including .git hidden file. So now as you guys can see, it since this agency website folder became Git repository, now my source control is tracking all the changes. You see that? Changes. I edit index.html, I edit style.css, okay? And inside my index.html, I edit these changes. And inside my style.css, there's nothing. It's untracked. All right? So now it is Git repository. How do we revert? How do we make this folder regular folder, not Git repository? Just like I said, you just need to remove this .git. Remove -f .git. Oh, okay, so it's a folder. All right, .git is a folder. So we need to do rm-rf for the folders in order to remove. So rm stands for remove, -r, this r stands for recursively, and -f means forcefully. Okay, rm remove -recursively and forcefully. .git. Okay. So now .git is gone. As you guys can see, my folder became a regular folder. If I say git status, I will see fatal, not the Git repository. Are we good here?
What command you just did?
So it's remove
Remove.
Git.
Reference the Git.
Yes. So RM is for remove. I'm just commenting out, okay? And the dash RF, the R is recursively. Like if it's a folder, you want to make sure that whatever inside the folder and the other folders inside the other folder will keep deleting. That's why we put recursively. So R is for recursively and F is for forcefully. Okay.
Azamat, could you please go over again, starting from the point when you renamed the folder from Git GitHub to agency project or agency website?
Yeah. So you don't have to rename the project. What we can do here, let me open up the file.
But if I would want to rename the project, how would I do it in terminal?
That's the extra command. I type it in there. That's for a Linux command. If you would like to change a folder name, right? So let's, if I have 24-2,
mine is Windows. Would it work?
yes, because you're going to be running this command in Git Bash.
Okay.
Yep, that's why we downloaded the Git Bash so that we can run these Linux commands. Okay. So let's say I have a folder 1. Okay. Ls, I have a folder 1, agency website 2. Okay. Agency website. This I would like to change this folder 1 to portfolio project. Okay. The only thing I need to do is move. MV is for move. Folder 1. This is the source and the target. The target will be the new name. Okay. Move folder 1 name to portfolio name. And now if I do ls, my folder 1 change to portfolio.
1 second, please. So I just start with MV, move, right? Move.
Yes, MV, move.
Git portfolio. And the portfolio is the new name, right?
Portfolio is the new name. Yes, correct.
Okay. Now it says MV cannot stat Git GitHub, no such file or directory.
So did you do folder 1, create the folder 1 like this?
I actually created the Git GitHub folder.
Okay.
And it's saved on my computer. And I was trying to rename it to agency.
Yes, so you need to make sure that you are not inside GitHub folder. So you can do cd ... It will go to the parent folder.
Okay, cd ...
So if I'm inside agency folder, right? I'm inside agency folder right now. So if I would like to go back to 24-2, I can do cd ... Now I'm back into 24-2. So right now you can run move command.
Yeah, I tried the cd ... It says command not found.
You need to do cd dash space ...
Oh, okay. Okay, yes, I went to that to where my folder is stored.
Yes. Then do the move. Yep, you can do GitHub at agency website. Are we on the same page, guys? Everybody's following?
Now it says device or resource busy.
Can you share your screen, please? I think your your folder is open, or you are inside your folder right now. So let me just stop sharing.
Oh, should I get out of my
That's what I said.
Okay.
Yes, you need to go back to the parent folder and then change the name of the GitHub app.
Now can I do it again?
Yes.
Okay. Device. Oh, sorry, I was going to.
Okay.
So that's what I have right now. It says device or resource busy.
Can you do ls? Enter. Yep. Okay, so git dash GitHub. Git dash GitHub.
Huh?
Move cannot move Git GitHub to agency device or resource busy. Can you close out your terminal and open up a new one? Oh, look at that. You are inside your Git GitHub right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's the problem. But wait a minute. Can you do it again? Just open up a terminal now. Shouldn't be a problem though. Yeah. Yeah, do it now. So the cd dot dot. Now, can you close this the one on the right side, the first to get the first bash terminal? Close the first bash terminal, but the first one. Yep. No, no, the first one only. Yep.
Just delete it.
Click. Yep.
Okay.
Now, just type again. Move, or just use your arrow keys to move up. I think that should be the problem. Yeah, let's see. Interesting. File. Let's close that completely. And let's open up VS Code. Yeah, it's still opening in open folder. Would like to open just CTech. Select folder. All right, cool. We are inside CTech. Cool. Right here, we can just say terminal, new terminal, and move GitHub to agency. Yeah, it's good to go now.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So
Thank
you
you.
can
So I just had to close everything down and then
yeah. So because of the fact that I was inside this GitHub folder, it did not allow me to um to change the name. That was the problem. So now you should be good now.
Okay.
Cool, cool,
Thank you.
cool. You're welcome. Let's go back. It's a 703. Let's move a little bit faster here. So git commands, git init, we ran the git init, right? So initially, this one is regular folder in our computer. As soon as we folder after git initialization, as soon as we run the git init, git version control system tool, okay, it will wrap this folder and it will track every single change that will take place inside this folder. After git init, Git will track every change that takes place within that folder. Do you guys get the point right here? Git track every change that takes place within the folder. As I said, whether you create a new file or folder inside this folder, adding images, etc., it will track the changes and you will see all the changes right over here, what kind of changes you made. Okay, so let's move on. It's too early still for this one. Okay, so right now we're still in the locally on our machine. Okay, so now we need to run. Of course, I need to go inside my agency website right here. We need to run git init, And as I said, you need to run inside agency website. If you are inside portfolio and you would like to convert that portfolio folder into a Git repository, you need to run git init inside that portfolio folder. Right now, I would like to convert this regular agency website into Git repository, and I need to run git init, or you can come down here and click this initialize repository. The folder currently open doesn't have a Git repository. You can initialize a repository which will enable source control features powered by Git. Okay, git init, initialized empty Git repository. Now, my Git is tracking every single change. All right. Before we connect this local to remote, let's go back right over here. Right over here. So currently, we are right here. We are inside working directory, regular folder. We ran git init. We initialized the Git repository. Okay. Now we are right here. And now, whatever we have changes over here, we need to add these into staging area. Okay, we need to add this into staging area. So a Git has staging area that we can add every single file into staging area. And from the staging area, we can commit those changes to the local repository. Okay, so as I said right here, that Git is a folder, right? As soon as you do git init, it will create that Git under current folder, and this folder contains a lot of information about Git source control. Okay, we don't have to go inside. Just know that it's there, and our current folder is Git repository. So now, since we are in initialization period, we need to add every single file into the staging area, and from the staging area, we need to commit those changes. And from the local repository, we can connect this local repository to the remote repository. But for the remote repository, of course, we need to come down here and create a new remote repository. But before that, every time you guys make any changes, you need to add those changes into the staging area. And from the staging area, you need to commit those changes. You cannot commit those changes before adding to the staging area. Okay? You cannot commit your changes before adding it to the staging area. If I say git status right here, as you guys can see, no commits yet, untracked files. These files are untracked, and we can use git add command right here, git add command, and put every single file name to include in what will be committed. So in order to do that, in order to add these to the staging area, we can run git add. You can either run one at a time, git add index.html, okay? Or you can just type like this, every single file names next to each other. Let me do this. So this is the first option. Git add index.html style.css. Okay, this is the second option. And the third option would be git add dot. This git add dot means it will add all of the changed files to the staging area. All right, it will add all of the changed files to the staging area. There's also one, the number 4 option would be git add -- all. This is exactly the same as putting a dot. Okay, this is exactly the same as putting a dot. So now as you guys can see, it says A. This means that they are in the staging area. So if I do git status again, see, we are in staging area right now. All of these files, new file, style.css, we put it into the staging area. We have to put our changes into staging area before we commit those changes. Okay? If you don't commit, you will not have this history. You guys remember right here, history? If you don't commit your changes, we will not have this history. Commit means we will have the history, and we can revert back to the specific history by just clicking it, right? By just clicking it, the exact same thing. In order to see the history in Git repositories, we can type git log. See, main does not have any commits yet. We have not done any commits. One other additional flag to add to git log in one line, since we don't have any commits, that's why it's not showing anything. We don't have any commits. All of our changes are still in staging area. Okay, in order to just remember these commands, guys. Git add file name, or git add multiple file names, or git add dot, or git add -- all. Those are options to add our files, changed files to the staging area, and from the staging area, we can push it to our local repository. Let me run git status again. No commits yet. And now we can run git commit command. Git commit -m. -m is for message. And right here, I can type my message. Can I say my first commit? Okay, git commit -m, my first commit. Or you can put something reasonable. What did you do in this commit? What did you do in this commit? I added index.html file. Okay, you can put I added index.html and style.css files. Something that you did in this commit. Okay, git commit -m. -m is for message. Click enter. So now, as you guys can see right here, my changes are gone. My changes are gone, and I committed my changes. I committed. Now, every single change that I made in my working directory right here is in my local repository. It is still inside my local repository. It is still locally right here. We are still here locally. We are not connected to remote repository. Why do you guys think we are trying to push our changes to remote repository? The reason is that we would like to share our code with other developers. Oops. Okay, we would like to share our code with other developers. If we keep it right here, let's say I'm developer 3 and I created agency website right over here. If I created this agency website in my locally, no one can have access to my repository, right? Because it's locally. And now I am trying to push my local changes to the repository that I'm going to connect in GitHub over here. We'll create a new repository like this a little bit later. Okay. Once I do that, as soon as I have a repository in GitHub, now every single developer, other developers can pull that code to their local machine and then contribute to that repository. And we will get to that point a little bit later. But right now, you guys need to understand how we create a GitHub repository, which we did, and make changes in that repository, which we did, right? Edit files. And then add those changes into staging area, and from the staging area, commit those changes. Okay, so now we committed those changes, and now our command git log should show us something because we committed. Okay, here's the thing. It says author and when the time that this commit was placed. Okay, and this is the hash. This is the commit hash. This is the commit hash. Every single commit will have a hash. All right. So this is very long commit log. This is very long commit log. If you do commit log -- one line, it will provide something like this. So the short version of hash, okay? So initial, I don't know how many characters or digits. So initial 7 digits of the hash for the commit, and then the message. Okay, and then the message. So let's make a change in our agency website index.html file. Let me add a paragraph and type lorem, something like this. Okay. So now as soon as I save it, as soon as I save this index.html, so the Git is tracking again. What changed here? I edit this part right here. See? The Git is tracking what changed here. Okay? It is tracking. So as soon as you make changes, you come to the point over here. So now if I type git status again, see, modified index.html, and I need to go from the scratch again, run this git add again. It is literally telling you guys, git add file to update what will be committed. So before we commit, we need to add those files. Since I have only one file, I can just type git add index.html. I need to type the name of the file that was modified. If there is the multiple files, I can type what? Git add dot or -- all to add all those files. But now, if it's single file, you can either do index.html all the time you can run git add dot. It doesn't matter. Okay, you can run git add dot. So now, if I say git status again, git status is our friend in our Git repositories. So it says modified index.html. Okay, so it's in the staging area right now. So let's say you change your mind and you would like to take out of the staging area. Okay, you would like to take out of the staging area, like revert it back to before you add this file. How can we do that? Right here is the command, git restore, right? Like sometimes we go to recycle bin and restore the files that we deleted, right? Exact same way, the command version of that is git restore -- staged. Restore the staged files, and you need to put this index.html, the file name. Okay.
But we can't recommit, right? Or we can?
So we haven't committed yet. We're just
No, I mean you commit something and you update the file, right?
Yes.
And I wanna come back like on a previous version of this file and commit it again. Like you restored your file. I mean,
That's a good question. Yeah. We can. So
how we can see the branch also itself?
it's the branches right here. It's
Oh,
right here. Or there's a command called git branch. Okay.
oh, this is the current branch we're on. Yeah.
We are currently in main branch. Since we don't have any additional branches, we will come to that point, guys. Okay, don't rush, please.
Okay.
We'll come to the point where we will learn all these commands. git branch, git checkout, creating new branches, etc. Okay, so for now, I restored this index.html file. Okay, so I took it out from staging area. If I do git status again, see, it's red, initial point. Okay, if it's green, we can do additional files. We can restore additional files. Okay. Cool. So one other thing is that, as you guys can see right here, it says git restore file. Since I made changes, right? And if I would like to remove these changes, if I would like to get rid of this change in my changes file, index.html file, I can discard changes clicking this one right here. Okay, that's the button. It's ready to go. If I click it, it will remove this paragraph and we will be in the initial stage. But now, using the command, we can discard changes like this too. Okay, git restore. It's not going to be dash staged. If you do dash staged, it will discard, it will take out from staging area. But we would like to discard the changes in this index.html file, and we can just do restore index.html file. If you do that, it removes the paragraph and we have nothing changed. Okay, you can just go back from staged to working directory, and from working directory, you can restore to the initial version of working directory. All right, so let's commit this change. Let's bring back our paragraph and say lorem. Okay, so now we have changes. If I do git status again, I modified this one and I do a git add. Okay, and I put into staging area, and now I can do git commit -m and put a message. What is message? I can just say modified index.html file. Okay, so modified index.html, that's the hash, commit hash. So now what is my command? Git status, nothing to commit, working tree is clean. There's nothing to commit, everything is clean, there's no any additional changes. Right, so in order to see the commit log, git log. Okay, so I have two commits right now. The first one, initial, and the second one, that's the last modification. Okay, modified index.html file. And if I would like to see all of these commits in a single line, I can run the command git log -- one line. Okay, so this was the first initial commit, and this is the last commit.
So the git log command shows us every commit, right?
Git log
Yeah,
or log -- one line will show us every single commit from the beginning, from the creation of this
one line.
Git repository.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. Okay, cool. So we have a hash, commit hashes, right? This is what the commit hash called. What if I decided to go back to this commit? How do I do that? In order to do that, if I would like to remove this commit and to go to this history and make sure that my last commit would be this one, then I need to grab this ID. Okay, I need to grab this ID, and then I need to do git revert, put that hash ID. Okay, git revert. Index.html deleted in empty tree and modified in head, version head of index left in tree. Could not revert. I added index.html and style that says, after resolving the conflicts, mark them with revert. Yep. So revert, I added index.html and style that says this reverts commit. That should be fine. So if I say git status, deleted style.css, deleted by them index.html. Okay, so what we can do, git add, there's a conflict. That's what it says. All right, delete it. And we can just commit this change. Latest, reverting back to previous commit.
I'm so sorry, it was too fast. Could you please repeat?
So
now I have committed
mhm.
the second one. That's it.
So you did commit your second one?
Yes.
Cool. So somehow this git revert did not bring it back to our previous history, to this one, and it generated additional commit. And I thought that we were able to resolve the issue here. Not sure why it deleted the style.css though. That's not what we did, right? We'll come.
Yeah, I think you deleted the first commit, and it was that creation of index HTML and styles. Yeah, I had the same issue.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so we
So we had to select the second commit
were
ID,
supposed
not
to
the
select
first.
this one. I see what you're saying. Okay, so if I say git revert, okay, revert modified indexes. Yeah, okay, cool. And if I say modified index.html file, it log one line, it reverted back. Yeah, so our paragraph is gone. Okay, our paragraph is gone, but it deleted our style.css in the initial thing. So we were supposed to select this one, not this one initially, because we would like to revert this change. If we'd like to revert this change, we need to select that commit, not the previous commit, right? Reverting means we are trying to discard this commit, revert this commit, and then it will bring it back to this one right here. But since we did this one right here, and we allowed it to delete the style.css, which we made a mistake. That's why we don't see the style.css anymore. Okay, but anytime we make changes, style.css, we need to go over the same steps again. The steps being, what are the steps? Git status first, check if I have any changes, and git add. All right, git status again. Now this is in staging area. This is in if it's red, it's in a working tree, working workplace. Yeah, working directory. Okay. If it's green, which means we added to the staging area, and once we commit it, our status will be clean. Git commit message, edit style CSS file back. Okay, so main git status, now it's clean, and git commit git log --1 edit style CSS file back. Any questions?
I have a problem. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but I can't type. There is a message that's end.
Yeah, do you want to share your screen?
Yeah.
Vector will come to that point, okay? I'm trying to understand which part you are confused though. But we'll come to that point.
So here,
Okay. What are you trying to do now?
I have committed. and,
Yes. Can you click
uh,
escape? Escape button?
Yeah,
Oh, just click Control C. Sorry, Control C.
yes. It
I mean,
doesn't.
escape should work fine though. Like clicking escape should exit it out.
Yeah, I don't know why. I have just committed.
And Control C is not working.
No.
Can you
Um,
just close the terminal and open new one?
Close.
Yeah, click control the backtick on your keyboard. Control backtick. Can you click control backtick on your keyboard?
What is that? Backtick?
On your keyboard, click control, and there is a
Yeah.
backtick right below the escape button.
No, can I just move a bit? Sorry. I don't have the idea. Hmm. They deleted
Yes, delete it.
and make a new one.
So it's opening the PowerShell. So if you click that drop-down menu and select default profile. No. Delete all of these. Drop-down menu. Click the drop-down menu.
So?
Yep, and then select default profile. Select default, no, select default profile down there, all the way down. Yep, the third one.
Third one?
From bottom, yeah, the third one from bottom. Select
Yeah.
default profile and click Git Bash. And yep, if you open click plus, now it's opening a new Git Bash.
Mhm.
Yep,
And
so,
then?
yep, what's the question now?
So I have committed and that's it.
No, but GitHub app master. Okay, cool. Can you do git status? Yeah, so git log -- one line. Enter. Yep, you have all of your changes are here.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Yeah, Vector, what's the question? Which part you're confused?
Yeah, actually, I'm not really buying how it works in general. So I just think I just need to watch the other videos in just in Russian because I can't understand the full process. And here was a lot of Git's comments.
So yeah, we have to learn these git commands, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
So yeah,
that's what we're trying to
I'll
do.
just
Which part you're confused right now? I didn't get it. Which part are you confused? Like the too many git commands?
not just the part like when we just started to use a git commit from this part, but I just I think it will not help me right now. I just need to Google it and watch other videos.
Yeah, so here's the thing, guys.
Yeah.
I don't expect you guys understand in the first class. This is really hard topic. Okay? Don't think that, oh, okay, I need to get it to right now. No. The previous cohort, there were some folks who didn't get the Git fully, even if they were in the bootcamp for the last 3 or 4 months. They were still asking some simple questions. It is normal. This is the learning process. Okay? So how about we do with the other portfolio? I'm just going into portfolio, and this is really fresh folder. Open folder, portfolio. Okay? It is not a GitHub repository yet. Okay, if I say git status, check, fatal, not a Git repository. How do we convert this folder into a Git repository? Git init, initial command that you guys need to learn to convert regular folder into a Git repository is git init. So now I don't have anything. That's why it's not tracking anything. So I'm trying to create index.html. As soon as I do that, okay, as you guys can see right here, I added a new file. Okay, so it's created right here and change the portfolio project. Hello world. Okay. I added new file. I don't have to add the style that's CSS. That's fine. So that's what we did right now. We initialize it, and we had some changes inside our portfolio folder, the Git repository at this point. And now I need to add these changes. How do I check the changes? Git status. Run git status all the time. There's no commits yet, but we added this index.html, but it's not in the staging area yet. In order to add the files into the staging area, I told you guys there's multiple commands, but you can use git add dot all the time to add all the files into the staging area. So now the file is added to the staging area. Okay. And now I can commit from staging area to local repository. From staging area to local repository. This local repository is basically inside ls git right here. Everything is saved inside this git folder. But don't worry, don't open that folder. I don't want to confuse you guys, okay? Just think that as soon as you do git add dot, it will add our changes to the staging area. And now, if I say git status, now we need to commit these changed files from staging area to local repository. How we do that? Next command is git commit. Then we need to add message. If you don't add a message, it will open up a file and you can type your message there. Okay, you can type your message right here. Edit index.html file, and I click escape and click colon, and save the file. Okay, save the file, click enter. Now if I say git status, my commit is already there. Git log, my commit is already there. Edit index.html file. There's two ways to commit a change. First one is git commit. If you click that, click enter, it will open up a file and you make some changes and you'll save the file. If you don't want to open up a file, you can directly write a message right here in the command line. Git commit this message and put your changes. Okay, everything is in local repository right now. I don't have anything in any changes. So if I make another change right now, after adding everything in my initial step, if I change anything right now, let's say I edit style.css file and make some changes. Okay, so if I git status now, I edit this file. I need to start from the beginning now. I need to add these files again. Git add, git commit, message, edit, style.css. Okay. Edit style.css. Now enter. Git status, nothing in my staging area. I committed all my changes. And if I say git log, now I have two changes, two commits. And if I would like to see in this one line, I can just type -- one line. Is it clear until this point? Victor, any questions? Please ask now.
Yeah, in general, I understand this topic. So, but so in my case, it's just the language. So I have a problem with language. I can sometimes I just don't understand some details. So, I can, yeah, I understand the process in general. So yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, don't sweat it. As I said, don't sweat it. Don't overthink about it. Okay, don't be upset that, oh, I don't understand this. Oh, it is normal not to understand in the first try, because learning Git requires a time and practice.
Azamat,
Yes,
I fell behind. Is it okay if I share my screen and can you please look? I don't know what am I doing here.
sure.
So everything is green now. I don't know what that means. And
Well, it means that you run git init under
yes,
ATEC
uh-huh.
folder.
And I tried to get back to what it was before.
Yeah,
Did
you
the
see that right here?
LSLA.
There's a folder called .git.
Do you
Yep,
mean this one?
yep, that's it. How can you tell it's a folder? Because it starts with D at the beginning. So that's, yeah, on the left side, it starts with D at the beginning. So that's additional stuff.
You mean
Don't worry
this
about
one?
it. Yep. If it's D, then that's the directory folder. If it's dash, then it's just a regular file. Anyway, so you need to delete that git folder. Okay, you remember the command rm? Remember rm? No, rm dash rf. Remember, recursively and forcefully.
Dash
rf and file name .git.
And enter.
Enter. So that's what I was telling you guys. Do not run git init everywhere you see. Run git init in a specific project that you are working in.
That's the thing that remember we were trying to rename the Git GitHub folder, and I tried to work with just that folder, and instead it just initialize to everything. Now, how do I get everything back to normal?
It is done right now. So you need to just, can you close it up and, or refresh the VS Code? Yep. Close and open it up again. It should be gone. It should be gone now. Yep. See, everything is gone. So it is regular folder now.
It's scary with the init.
I know. Yeah, I know.
command.
This is, I mean, last time they had the 10,000 changes on the left side because they ran the git init command in their home directory.
Mhm.
So the solution is to delete that git. And now if you go back to your agency website or agency,
Гид капец тяжелый.
was that Zarina?
Очень тяжело. I'm so sorry.
Shall I open it through open folder?
Yeah, it's fine.
Mm.
The first one, agency. No, you're inside the CTEC already, so you have to open the agency.
Now, how do I close? How do I close the CTEC?
File.
Okay.
Yep. Open folder. You need to click agency, not CTEC. Yep. Open folder, and click agency. CTEC first. Click
CTEC?
CTEC.
Yes, that's what I was.
Click agency. Click agency. Yep. Select folder.
Okay.
Yep. So this is not a Git repository yet.
Now I go to new terminal
Mhm.
and
Yep. Git init. Yep. You initialized Git init. Now Git status. Yep. Git add.
git add like add.
Yep. Git add space dot. Oh.
Oh,
Add space dot. You see that? Maybe you wanted to say git add space dot. It says in the first hint. Do you see that in the first hint?
yes. Okay. Git add.
Enter.
That's it. Okay.
Git status now again. Yep. Now you can commit your changes.
And what do I write?
You can commit your changes.
By pressing this button?
No. You can type a git commit. Remember, git commit dash m.
Git commit. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Can you just exit it out here, like a colon Q? No. Click colon, like a shift colon. Remember, shift colon. Shift colon.
What is colon?
It's like a double two dots on top of each other.
Oh, okay.
And then type a Q, letter Q, and enter. Which means quit out of this file. So now
Okay, gotcha.
commit dash m.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Git commit dash m.
M?
Message, yes.
Okay.
Yep, type your message. Just type a first commit.
First commit.
And enter. Yep, if you do git status, now your working tree should be clean. Yep, nothing to commit, working tree is clean. And now you can check git log dash one line.
Like this?
No, one line, it's just a ONE line.
One line, okay.
Together, one line together. Enter. So that's your first commit. Yep, you're all set. So one thing to consider right here is that your branch is master. And I don't know why Git is creating the branches as master initially, but in the Mac OS, everything should be created as a main. Okay, so GitHub made some changes, and I think this master branch was related to some sort of a history issue, right, with the Black Lives Matter. So they changed it from master to main. Okay. In order to change, let me share my screen first. So let's say if your branch is saying, if you do git branch, if it says master right here, you guys need to change to main, right? In order to change a branch name, you need to do git branch, capital M, main. Okay, git branch, capital M, main, run this command to change your master branch name to main. I think we have some time to connect our remote repository with our local repository. What you guys think? Are we
Yeah,
good?
it would be good.
Cool, let's do that. So, first of all, we need to check if our, we need to check if our, too far. Oh, I think it's right here, sorry. We need to check if our local repository is connected to remote repository. Let's see if they have any connections. To do that, my portfolio is my local repository, and git remote -v will list if my current local repository is connected to remote repository. And if I click enter, nothing appears because it's not connected. They are not connected to each other yet. Okay. How to check if your local repo connected to remote repo? This command will tell whether your local repository is connected to the remote repo or not. So how do we connect local repos to remote repos? This is the command. But first, before we do that, of course, we need to create this remote repository in our GitHub account. And I hope you guys have GitHub account. If not, please sign up. Please sign up as soon as possible. All right. So once you go into your GitHub repository, click new. And then you need to type repository name. Okay, you need to type repository name. Portfolio app. Okay, that should be the only thing you can put. You can put right here what the description for your project. This is my portfolio project in HTML, CSS. Okay, it's up to you, and just click create repository. All right, we are still not connected to our remote repository. We are still here. They're not connected. All right, so it literally tells us what to do at this point. Okay, so we don't have to do this one. Okay, because we did create some files, right? And we did this one already because our local repository is already a Git repository, right? Our local folder portfolio. And now, don't worry about this git add readme. That's fine. We don't have to have a readme file. It's MD stands for Markdown. And we did commit our first commit. Everything is fine. And here's the thing, guys. Git branch -m main. This is to change your master branch to main. You have to run this command to change it first. Okay, so now git remote, this is the command to connect our local repository to remote repository. This is the command. Okay, the command git add remote. Oh, sorry, git remote. I can just copy it, right? Once you create that new repository, they will provide you the code. Git remote at origin, and this URL is pointing to our remote GitHub repository. Basically, this URL is the exact same thing as this URL. And I will just paste it right over here. Git remote at origin and URL. Okay, as you guys remember, git remote -v didn't show anything. But as soon as I type this one right here, click enter, and I would like to run this command again, git remote -v. Show all the repositories, remote repositories connected to my local repository. And now you guys can see origin. The first one is for the fetching. The second one is for pushing. Okay. We have connected our repositories, but we have not pushed our changes yet. Okay. If I refresh, it will still show me these commands. I'm refreshing it right now. Okay, because my local changes, my index.html and style CSS are not in Git remote repository yet. Okay, so we are still, we connected our local to remote repository. And now we need to run this command, git push -u origin main. Git push -u origin main. And this command will be ran only one time initially. Only one time initially. Git push -u origin main. Okay, this command will be run first time only. And if you make other changes later, and if you'd like to push those changes later, you only need to run git push in the next consecutive pushes. But in the first time, when you connect your local to remote repository, and you would like to push your initial changes to remote repository, then you have to run this git push -u origin main. -u is telling us to track. Okay, -u is telling us to track the remote repository that has origin and main. Origin is main repository. Okay, so we did run that command, and now if I come back and refresh the page, as you guys can see, my index.html, right? Hello world, portfolio project, whatever I have in here, and also my style.css are there. I don't have anything in my style.css. Any questions?
I do have a problem here.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me make a change right here. All right. Let me make a change right here. In the next pushes, I said, right? In the next pushes, we don't need -u origin main. In the next pushes, we will push our changes with git push command. But of course, I need to make some changes over here. Let me type h1 again, or just paragraph with lorem. Okay. I did add a paragraph, and now I need to go from the beginning steps.
I'm sorry, I fixed it already with a git push.
Oh, okay, cool. So git add, all right, git commit, a git commit message, second commit. Okay, git, oops, no, git status, and now it says everything is committed. Now we need to push the changes. So if I refresh right here, I don't have the paragraph, right? But I need to push it, push my changes to remote repository. If I push it, now my local changes, push it to remote repository. If I refresh the page, now I see my paragraph. This is how we update. This is how we keep our local repositories in sync with our remote repository.
Azamat. So
Yes.
I just one thing. So you said the other developers can use your code in GitHub, right?
Yes.
So
So
if like, for example, the 3 different developers took your code and changed something and like send it back to the GitHub, what will happen? Like 3 different documents in the same folder. What will happen? I mean,
yeah, that's a good question. You guys can clone my code right now. I share it in the Zoom chat, right? You guys can clone my code by running this command right here.
It's not a private because you set it as a private, not a public, right?
Exactly. Yes, it is. It is public. You
Oh,
guys.
it is public?
Yes, it is public right here. I can change it to public. I can
Oh,
to private too. I can change this to private too by going to settings. Okay. And then go all the way down and change visibility right here. Change repository visibility from public to private. I can do that, but I don't want to do that. Right? Let me go back to code. So you guys can grab this code right here. All right. Copy it. Okay. And then, so right now I'm under desktop, SATEC, demo, etc. Okay. So I would like to go back. I would like to go to downloads, delete later. It's a completely different file, a completely different folder, right? I'm not anymore under 24-2. I'm under different folder. So I can clone right here. The same project, I can clone in different places. You guys can do the same thing. Please grab the URL from Zoom chat. Okay. You can go to that website and click code and click this guy right here, copy URL to clipboard, and come down to any folder that you would like to clone this project. And type this command, git clone, and paste the URL. All right, click enter. Now cloning into portfolio app, it will download this a folder in the same name. It will just get the copy of this project into local. So when you guys clone a GitHub repository from remote repository from GitHub, it is basically a Git repository. It will be a Git repository. So if I say portfolio, now if I say Git status, it is already a Git repository. I don't have to run Git init. I don't have to run Git init because I'm already downloading a Git repository from remote GitHub website. Okay, if I say Git branch, I'm already in main branch. Okay, and then the other thing is about the cloning is it will my local repository, this portfolio app, is still connected to remote repository. How do I check? Get the remote -v. That's the beauty of cloning. The cloning will make sure that it is still connected to the remote repository and it is still a Git repository. On the other hand, if you create from scratch, a Git repository from scratch, you have to go the other way, like connecting it with Git remote at origin, etc.
oh, if we connect another account, you mean, right?
If you start Git repository in your local machine from scratch, but if you are just cloning this application right here, you just clone it and it's already connected to the remote repository and it's already a GitHub repository. Try to clone this one. Did you guys clone this one right here? Hello?
No.
Yeah, clone this one. But here's the thing. It's public. But what happens if other developers, right? What happens if other developers contribute to the same project? You guys cannot push any changes made to this repository right now. You can clone it. You guys can clone this one right here. Where is it? Okay. But if you make some changes in this file and try to push the changes, it will give an error because you are not authorized to push changes, to make changes into this GitHub repository. Yes, what I have to do here, you guys need to be added as a collaborator to this project. In order to do that, we can come back to the settings again, and there is a setting called collaborators. Okay.
It is if we wanna add someone who is also gonna work with us, right?
Yes. So if we will have teams for each of your teams, and then we will add every single one of you and the team members to the project. Okay. And now I can add people right here, add people, and by GitHub username or email address, I can search for that user and edit that user to this portfolio app project. Once the user has been added as a collaborator, they will have a chance to push, to make some changes into this repository. Otherwise, you guys will not have access to this repository. Okay, what you can do here, you can either clone locally, okay, and then say git remote -v. You can change this origin into your own remote repository. Okay, you can go to your GitHub and change, create a portfolio app, and then delete this one right here, and then point to your own repository, right? Or what you can do here, you can click fork right here. The fork will create a new portfolio app under your name. If you click fork, it will create portfolio app under your GitHub username. Try to do that, guys. Click fork, go to the link and click fork. It's 8:06. I think we should stop right here. I know that it's a lot of information. Okay. I will try to type the commands that we went through today and share it in the Slack. All right. Or I shared the PDF files. You guys can go through over it. Those are the commands that I already went through.
May I ask a quick question? So once we create a repo, and we have to run the command git remote to connect it to a remote repository, right?
Git remote, yep, git remote at origin.
Yeah, in every new project, I mean, yeah.
In every new project, yes, unless you are cloning it.
Okay, yeah, okay, thank you.
Clone it, it will be already there. But if you are not cloning it, you are creating from scratch, you definitely need to come and create your new repository like this. And then put a name here and then click create repository.
Thank you.
Sure. Please go over these documents, guys. We have a lot of other stuff to go through. GitHub commands. I don't think we are in slide 8. And we had 23, 22 slides. All right. Any questions, guys?
No.
Oh, Mario's here. Mario, what's up?
Hey, hello, Azamat. How is everything? All good? Okay, you went over Git, right? I think it's like the first headache that they will have it. It took me a couple of years to feel comfortable using Git.
That's what I tried to say. Yep, me too. I mean, it takes quite a time to grasp the Git
Yeah.
complete.